washed 7 times, and he did not say 7 times one of those 7 is water mixed with soil.
وهو هكذا عندهم. عند المالكية لا يوجد تتريب المعلوم من مذهبهم من غير تراب 7 مرات.
And this is how it is according to the Maliki, 7 washes without any washes that include soil. This is what is known according to them.
فيعني ينبغي التنبه لها، لأنه عندما ذكرنا الحديث كنا ذكرنا التتريب دائما، وفات أننا نتكلم في المالكي الآن وليس عندهم تتريب.
And so when we mentioned, so let each one pay attention to this, because yesterday when we spoke about this hadith, we mentioned that 7 washes, one of those 7 is water mixed with soil, and that's according to Ash-Shafi'i. However, according to the Malikis, it's 7 times with pure water without any soil mixed in any of the washes.
يعني ينبغي التنبه لهذا. هو يكون أسهل زيادة يعني في المذهب المالكي إنه حتى من غير تتريب.
So it would actually, according to the Malikis, even be easier because there's no soil involved.
فإذا ماذا قالوا في الحديث؟ الحديث إحداهن بالتراب. لاختلاف الروايات ما أخذوا بالتتريب، لأنه يوجد رواية إحداهن بالتراب، ويوجد رواية أولاهن بالتراب، ويوجد رواية آخرهن بالتراب. فقالوا على اختلاف هذه الروايات لا نأخذ بها كلها التي فيها التتريب.
So what did they do with the hadith? Because there are various narrations to the hadith. In one narration it is mentioned 7 times, one of them is with soil. And in another narration it is mentioned 7 times, and the first one of them is with soil. In another narration it is mentioned 7 times, and the last one of them with soil. So they said what pertains to the soil, from what was mentioned in these various narrations of the hadith, we do not apply it.
أما الشافعية أخذوا بها لأنهم قالوا هو موجود التتريب، يمكن الراوي يكون يذكر أولاهن ولا يريد الشرطية أنه شرط أن تكون الأولى، والرواية التي فيها آخرهن لا يريد بها أنه شرط أن تكون آخرهن، إنما الراوي ذكر مرة التتريب في الأخير، فقالوا الموجود التتريب، فلأجل هذا قالوا إحداهن الشافعية بالتراب.
As for the Shafi'iyah, they said since the matter of at-tatrib, using soil in one of the washes, was mentioned in the hadith, we take by that, and the fact that in one narration it was mentioned that the first wash would have the soil included with it, in another narration that the last wash would have the soil in it, is due to the narrator himself. That the narrator one of the narrators mentioned that this is in the beginning of the first of the 7 washes. Not that it is a condition that it has to be the first of the 7 washes. And likewise in the other narration where it is mentioned the last of the 7 washes is water with soil, this is not due to it being a condition that it is the last wash that includes the soil.
نرجع إلى حيث وصلنا إن شاء الله. كنا بدأنا بشروط الصلاة، قلنا ومن شروط الصلاة استقبال القبلة.
We will return inshaAllah ta'ala to where we left off. We said that among the conditions of the prayer is facing the Qibla.
ولا يكفي للمسافر المسافر سفرا طويلا يجوز أن يتنفل على الدابة لأي جهة كانت، وليس شرطا أن يبتدئ إلى اتجاه القبلة ثم يسير دابته إلى وجهته، بل ولو من الابتداء ابتدأ صلاته إلى متجها إلى وجهته يصح.
And it is not a condition for the traveler who is traveling a long travel on an animal. It is not a condition for the traveler who is traveling a long travel on an animal for him to direct his animal and he's praying an optional prayer. It is not a condition that he has to direct the animal towards the Qibla in the beginning or at first, and then he continues. Rather, even from the beginning, if he's facing towards his destination that he is traveling to, that is enough. And he prays in that situation.
النافلة هذا في
And
النافلة.
this is pertaining to the optional prayer.
أما الفريضة فلا بد أن يتجه فيها للقبلة.
As for the obligatory prayer, he must face the direction of the Qibla.
قالوا حتى النافلة للمسافر في السفينة لا يكفيه أن يتجه لأي جهة كانت، لأنه يمكنه هذا أن يصلي لاتجاه القبلة واقفا، كما الحال الآن في الطائرة، وليس كما يفعل غالب الناس الذين نروهم الآن يصلون على كراسيهم في الطائرة الفريضة في اتجاه الطائرة أينما توجهت. هذا لا يصح.
And as we said, this is not enough for the obligatory prayer. Likewise, if one is in the sea and he's on a boat or a ship, for example, it is not enough for him to just face in whatever direction he is traveling towards. Rather, he needs to face the Qibla. And similar to that is the airplane. When it comes to praying, for example, the obligatory prayers, many people nowadays, what do? They remain seated in their seats on the airplane, and they do not stand to pray, and they do not face the Qibla, and so on and so forth. So this is not valid.
يعني كم ستأخذ الصلاة لا سيما وهو في السفر، يمكن أن يصلي قصرا الرباعية 2 ركعتان، كم ستأخذ منه؟ دقيقة. يقف ويصلي ولا يستحي من الناس، لا يستحي من الموظفين، ولا يسألهم. أحيانا إن سألتهم يقولون لا، ممنوع، لا يمكن. انظر إلى القبلة وقف وابدأ بالتكبير، إلى أن يأتوا ويسألوا ماذا تفعل تكون انتهيت.
And how long would the prayer take a person to perform while he's on the airplane? It would take him a short period of time, especially since one would be traveling, and usually the traveler is able to shorten the 4 rak'ah prayers. So instead of praying 4 rak'ahs, he can pray 2 rak'ahs. So that perhaps could take him even as short as a minute while he's on the airplane. What he should do is he should stand up, face the Qibla, and pray. And he shouldn't also wait to ask permission from the flight attendants or the like, because if you do so, they might make obstacles for you, and then they might place obstacles for you, and so they might say, do not do so, etc. So let the person just stand, face the Qibla, pray. In a short period of time, he would finish. And if they come and ask you, then by the time they ask you, you would have finished what you were doing.
كذلك بالنسبة للاتجاه للقبلة، من صلى لجهة ثم تبين له أنه مخطئ بها.
Likewise, when it comes to facing the Qibla, if one faced towards a direction and then it turned out that he was mistaken in the direction that he faced,
إن لم يكن مستدبرا أو يعني الاختلاف، يقولون في الكتب الفقه مشرق أو مغرب، يعنون بلادنا، وهنا قريب المشرق، لا يعنون هذه البلاد. يعني مرادهم إن لم يكن مستدبرا للقبلة أو مخالفا لاتجاه القبلة خلافا كبيرا، يقولون هذا لا يجب عليه الإعادة، بل يعيد في الوقت فقط استحبابا. ما لم يخرج الوقت يستحب له أن يعيد. هذا إن كان بذل جهده يعني واتجه ثم تبين له أنه أخطأ، وليس الذي دخل البيت فصلى لجهة الجدار من غير اجتهاد، كما يفعل كثير من الجهال، يدخل الغرفة لاتجاه الجدار يبدأ.
The one who prays towards a direction and then it turns out that he was mistaken, as long as he was not mistaken to the extent that his back was towards the Qibla, or that he deviated from the Qibla to a great degree, as long as that is not the case, then he is not obligated to repeat the prayer. However, if it is still in the time, it's recommended for him to repeat the prayer. And this is in regards to the one who actually put the effort for determining the direction of the Qibla, and not the one who did not put any effort to determine the direction. Like what many ignorant people might do, they enter a house or a room and immediately they face the wall without making any determination for facing the Qibla. This would not be valid.